All right, that's how we're opening it. Cool. I think, well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure it was your turn to open it, so.
Open it?
Yeah,
Wait,
open the podcast.
Oh, I gotta open the podcast. Okay, well, where's the door sound? Man, I'm looking for weird jokes.
Not...
I don't... Listen, okay, I got this.
Oh my god.
I didn't drink the caffeine. Okay, fuck it, no caffeine. This is how we do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Have a Podcast. I am here, SmilingTiger. We also have Carson or Explodicy right over here. My name is Jason. His name is
You act like
Carson.
we're in the exact same room when we're not.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at your face right now. So, we are.
Oh my god.
I'm stroking your cheek right now.
Don't do that. No, I'm not okay with that. People are gonna think that we're just in the exact same room and that you're just reaching over like some table and just like gently stroking. Like people on YouTube don't know like how we set this up, so like so right now I'm just kind of picturing you just gently stroking.
You're only a few hours away from me. I will go over to your house tonight and stroke your cheek.
I am not okay with that.
I could be there by 10, you son of a bitch.
I mean, you could. That's actually fairly true. You could. Not sure if I'd be okay with that, but you could.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you for joining us right now. This is episode 4.
Yes, it
of
is.
Have a Podcast. We just talk about random things that are going on for about an hour or so and see what happens. So anyway, Carson, you said you had something you wanted to talk about.
Yes. Oh my god. So do you want to get into the weird thing I experienced at work today, or do you want to get into my fucking rant about the internet?
What about the... Hold on. Wait. It was so vague. The internet, like,
okay, my issues with social media
of the internet.
No, okay. So my issue with social media influencers. Or would you like to hear a weird thing that happened at work today?
Let's go fun. Let's start off with fun.
All right.
Start off with fun.
So today at work. So I want to set the stage for you, all right? It's 6:30. It's around 6:30 in the morning when I went into work. And I'm kind of just chilling out because in the morning there aren't a lot of carts to get, you know, because there's not a lot of people there. So I'm kind of just chilling out, talking to the person in the front, or just having a chat about streaming and other stuff because he's a LARP person, which is pretty cool. And he likes talking about armor and stuff. I don't know his Twitch, whatever. But suddenly,
I will say I used to shit on LARPers. I don't anymore. They have talent.
So at one point, this big guy, fat guy, starts walking up to the store, and he's wearing a specific hoodie. It's a manga hoodie, and it's the exact one that. So there's a hoodie that if you've seen it on Twitter, it's a hoodie I thought I would never see anyone wear in public.
The Aego?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
He was wearing it to my store.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing.
I love that. I respect the fuck out of that man right now. I fucking love that man right now.
So here's the thing. I always saw those things as like
full mind break face. I love it.
Like I always saw that as like a ironic thing, you know? Something you would wear ironically, like to a convention.
He watches that at home.
Oh yeah. And he is just
what?
He is just wearing it like no shame, and I'm just like,
listen, it's better to have no shame than to have shame.
I don't have. No, it's not that I have shame, because I have no shame, because I will certainly wear a shirt that says I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Well. Here's a question. Here's the real question of to whether or not you have shame. Would you make your search history public, all of it?
All of it?
Yes.
I don't got a problem with my search history.
I don't have shame, but I would have a problem making it public if people saw that as me promoting it.
No, I mean, well, I mean, if it's a situation of you're not promoting
Hentai.
whatever, but it's, I don't know. It was a situation where I looked at it. I did a double take.
Well, that would give me a triple quadruple take.
Yeah, that's probably how many it was.
The first two are to just confirm that it's there. The third and fourth.
Well, okay, so
it.
so I picture it's like, is that a hentai sweater? Look away. Look again. I'm pretty sure it's a hentai sweater. Look away. Look again. I'm fairly certain that is a hentai sweater. Look away. Look again. All right, you know.
That's definitely
definitely a hentai sweater.
Oh shit! I just found a way to give my rats a nice pool.
So that was work today. It wasn't a bad day, but that was interesting. That was an interesting situation where my coworker looked at the guy walking away and goes, "I'm not." Like he leaned over and he was like, "You saw that too, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And it is now forever burned into my retinas.
Good.
I don't know.
That's good.
I guess for me, I don't like. Why? First off,
there are certain things that I would just recommend not wearing in public just for the sake of
decency of humanity. Like well, not the human.
I equate that to, because what it is literally, for those that don't know, an Oego face is literally an orgasm face.
Yes.
From an anime girl.
But it is like exaggerated to like the fullest extent.
Yes. Just look up Belle Delphine.
Oh, sweet. Now I can put her in the tags.
And it is it's something that I equate to wearing I got a big dick down, that type of shirt. Like, I equate it where I'm just like, I don't care if you wear it, but at the same time, why?
Yeah, that was kind of like wear whatever you want, but I'm just like,
it's gonna give you double looks, and don't be mad when somebody looks at you twice because you literally have somebody having an orgasm on your sweatshirt.
And I mean,
that's literally what it is.
And I mean, not everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, what a brave person." They're gonna think you're a freak.
Yeah, I would just appreciate it. I would just say,
I was uncomfortable.
Well, that's you.
Well, like, I'm not uncomfortable with like the thing, but like, I didn't think I was gonna see one in public.
Listen,
that's the thing. I didn't think I was gonna
near Chicago, where that is nothing. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't live in an area where literally, if you come out of a certain store at a certain time, there's 100% a crack addict offering to give you a blowjob. Like, that is what happens.
Well then.
So yeah.
For $1, I'll suck your dick.
No, it's usually like 10.
What a great deal.
I have experience.
All right. Well, Jason is.
I didn't do it. I'm just saying I've been offered.
I mean, look.
On the train twice, subway once, and I don't live in Chicago. So the fact that I've experienced that living just an hour out of Chicago multiple times says something about Chicago.
And he accepted every single time.
Listen, only accepted it once. But
then she did a reach around, and it was just awkward from there.
I didn't say she.
Well, I mean, I hope he appreciated the size, because, you know, 1/4 of an inch is really hard to.
Yo, dog. Yo.
There
dog.
it is. My one per podcast. My small dick joke per podcast.
So, on to the social media
influencer. I hate
thing.
social media influencers in California. I hate them so goddamn much.
Well, I assume you mean more specific.
Like,
oh,
okay.
wait, are you talking about the people that are going out to
yes,
the fucking
Tana
giant
Mongeau,
parties?
James
Oh
Charles,
my-
Jake Paul, Erica Costello. Fuck those
I will say,
guys.
the one that's the worst is by far Jake Paul. By fucking far Jake Paul, because when he's called out on it, he literally says, "Don't care."
So does Tana. So does Tana.
Well, I have no respect for her in any capacity.
Like, I swear to God, there are so many situations where a video came out,
Paul, so.
like a fucking Snapchat video came out, whatever, of Tana and Erica Costello saying, "We don't care," and it's like, and it started, and they were like, "No, we were saying that about like old drama," and it's like, bitch,
yeah, like,
really,
it's a situation where I was sad to see some of the YouTubers. I don't think there was anybody there that I actually like actively watched, but there were some that I respected. I respected James Charles.
I had no
and
respect
to
for James
see
Charles.
him there, I was just like, dude, you actually seem to have some decency to you,
And yet you're fucking
and then you did this, like, and there's no way there's not a yeah, I made a mistake, or yeah, I shouldn't have done that, or I didn't know, or anything like that. Literally in California, it is now #1 in the country in active cases and total cases. And it's continuing to be #1 in the amount of cases that keep piling up. That's been going on for the past, what, couple weeks?
yeah,
Like month
Team
or so?
10, Hype House.
And so the fact that they're having these parties is why it's exploding like that.
And they just
People
keep
are
doing
just like,
it.
it doesn't happen anymore. At least fucking Mark and Ethan, when they're together, they get tested.
And
are
they're
constantly
also
washing hands,
isolated.
And there's only a couple of them. And they're doing videos with just themselves. Well, and Amy and
Yeah, but Amy lives with Mark, so
Victor?
it's like,
I want to say Victor. What? I don't know why I want to say Victor.
well, no, so because
That's the other camera guy.
yeah, so it's a situation of they're doing it in a very safe environment.
Yes.
Getting drunk in a party, not a safe
With
environment.
No masks.
No
social distancing.
No, none.
And the place was packed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
How many
I'm
people are in the
sorry,
party?
but-
About like 60.
like, no, fuck off. Fuck right the hell off. Like, all the money that those people spent on parties, on clothes for the parties, on anything like that, could have gone to helping people that are currently struggling.
And of course, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Tana's gonna make an apology video, crying, going, "No, I'm
At
so
least
sorry."
with Jake Paul, sometimes he has to apologize because of his publicist, and when he makes an apology, you don't believe it. But there seems to be something there that he's like, I know this hurt my reputation.
He doesn't give a fuck about his reputation.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's like something there. Someone around him has told him you fucked up. Tana Mongeau is every single time I've ever seen her talk.
She's surrounded by yes men. She is surrounded.
Men.
Have you seen her MTV show?
What?
She has an MTV show.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Unfiltered. I think that's what it's called. Unfiltered with Tana Mongeau. I don't know if that's the title.
Yeah. No, every single time she's ever apologized, it's been so fake, and she's never done anything to make up for it. At least Jake Paul has done a couple things to make up for it,
and then immediately do something.
Yeah, even if he immediately fucks it up after.
Like here, like Jake Paul is the kind of person that will punch you in the face and take your lunch money and go, "Oh man, I'm so sorry I did that," then turn around and kick a teacher in the dick.
Yeah, which, by the way, apparently Logan and Jake, yeah, they were straight up bullies.
Oh, I know.
In high school.
Oh, I know.
What I found really interesting. Okay, so Logan Paul, Jake Paul, which one's the better boxer? Most people now have started to say Jake Paul is arguably a little bit better of a boxer.
Does it matter?
They both suck. But no, I found it very interesting. I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan. I'm not sure if you saw, but there is a boxing match coming up where the lead into the main fight
is Jake Paul
versus Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Who is somebody that for Chicago Bulls for at least a year, 2 years, maybe, he was a beloved player. And I'm just like, dude, this is a lose-lose for you. Just like you might be in your late 30s now. Or I don't know how old you are.
You lose to Jake Paul, that ruins your reputation because you lost to Jake Paul.
If you lose to, even though you're only 5'10", okay, to be an NBA player and be 5'10", that is impressive.
But if you lose to Jake Paul, then
yeah, you're a professional athlete. If you lose to Jake Paul, your reputation, it goes down. And then the second thing, if you win against Jake Paul, you're seen as beating up someone's, man crush or whatever. There are so many people that want Jake Paul's body, which is weird as shit. And they're just like, oh, you hurt my boy toy. No.
And then you'll get attacked by millions of fans, like children.
Anybody that makes a video criticizing the Paul brothers, they end up inevitably with hate from their fans that are all like 8-year-olds.
I want to see Conor McGregor beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
Which one is Conor McGregor the piece of shit?
Yeah. The guy that punched someone in the bar.
Punched somebody in the bar, attacked somebody on the bus, literally committed assault multiple times.
I will tell you though.
Oh my God.
The guy he punched in the bar fucking no-sold that shit. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
Where he's just like, poof. Oh, did you fucking punch me? He no-sold that shit, and that guy's a champ. I'm gonna tell you what.
Just random guy. The fuck you?
And he was like old. He was like an old guy. Like
all of a sudden, Conor McGregor does his weird little arm thing.
Yeah. Dead ass. Like the guy just like took the punch and it was just fine. I'm like, what a champ. What a champ.
But yeah, there are certain people that when they do these parties, was it a Jake Paul party?
No, it was a Hype House party.
Okay.
Because one of the people in the Hype House were having a birthday.
Ah, right.
Which Hype House is a whole nother, can of worms.
Team 10 type of. I hate those groups. I literally hate those groups.
I
just do.
I'm waiting for the day that everyone in Have a Seat buy a house. We just start living in it and just become.
We call it the Hansen house.
Yeah.
Every time you open up the door.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Every time you open
Chris
up the
Hansen moves in.
Hey, have you got Onision yet?
Oh man.
If I'm not mistaken, he's still not in jail. Could we fix that?
And, like ultimately, it's a situation. I hate the teams. Like, it's such a dumb thing because you have a group of teenagers, living in one single place without like adult supervision. And if there is, it's very minimal, or the guy is the exact fucking same.
And they get some of them. I know in one of the Team 10s, like, because most of them are YouTubers or streamers or anything already, and they have to sign some sort of contract half the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know Team 10 had a huge issue more recently where one of the guys trying to break his contract, looking at the contract, oh my God, it's terrible.
Really?
Like he didn't own most of his shit at all, and so when he tried to leave, they tried to sue, and it was just a huge fucking thing. I'm just like, and when people say, well, he should have read the contract, there are 18-year-olds that don't know how to do their fucking taxes. Do you expect them to be able to read through an entire contract?
I mean, there were situations with FaZe
and
House as well.
Understand it? Yes. It might have been FaZe.
I know that FaZe Tfue was trying to leave.
Yeah, I know that they've both had problems.
Yeah, Tiffy was trying to
with that
leave,
type of
and
shit.
then contract dispute happened because he came out
Yeah.
and said like, oh, you know, fucking my contract is awful. I barely get any profits and blah 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 blah.
Like he still made profits, but it was a fraction of what he should have been making.
And then there,
Yeah.
as Check says in the chat, there was also that Sky Williams thing.
Yeah. There's so many fucking things where that type of situation, it's the exact same thing, same problem with child actors. They get taken advantage of by others, and they're put into this massively toxic environment where they have no way out. And if they try to get out, they're shunned.
It's
Like they immediately get blacklisted by everybody, and it's not good.
It's a ridiculous situation.
I don't understand why people keep pushing it. Well, I do, because it makes the money, but
I mean, ultimately, I don't know. I don't see the point in it. Would I join one if it was with people I knew I could live with? You know?
If it wasn't a constantly toxic situation, I wouldn't have been opposed to it. Now that I have a girlfriend, no.
Like a majority of everyone in Have a Seat, I could probably live in a house with. Like, no problem.
Yeah.
But it's a situation of I don't know. It's a ridiculous situation that it just makes me hate certain social media influencers, and it makes me question, like, why do they have a following but I don't?
Luck. It honestly is that it does matter your work ethic, quality of your work, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like a fraction of what's actually necessary, which is just luck.
Yeah.
Getting the right people at the right time to watch your stuff. They like it. They tell their friends. Eventually, somebody bigger shouts you out or hangs with you, whatever. It's just a bunch of luck that has to happen on top of each other. So, I mean, there is an aspect of timing and everything, but I mean, look at Belle Delphine as a perfect example. If you want to use her as a tag again, I
got so many tags: FaZe Clan, Jake Paul.
She got lucky with the fact that certain people watched her stuff, and so when she started to see a bit more of a following, she went weird with it, and it hit the right note where people responded to it and made videos about it that blew her up even more.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the big things, getting somebody to make content about you.
Let's start some drama. Look out on Drama Alert.
No, I don't. No. Fuck that gnome.
We'll get on Drama Alert. It'll be perfectly fine.
I don't want to talk to the gnome.
Don't want to talk to the gnome.
I'd rather Scarce come out of a tree.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
Scarce here. Hey, what's up, guys? Scarce here.
But yeah, no, it's weird situations sometimes. So, on to a different note that I had in my head, and now I can't remember. Had something to do with video games.
Something to do with video games?
Something to do with video. Oh! Are you a fan of Bethesda?
I play their games occasionally.
Are you a fan of Obsidian?
Yeah, I would say I am.
People have started to notice that Bethesda has been who they were. They stopped focusing on these epic single-player games.
Really?
I mean, think about it. Fallout
I wonder how long it took them to figure that out.
Like Fallout 4 was one of the last ones, and even that was nowhere near as creative as Fallout 3. It was a good game, don't get me wrong, but it was not as creative as Fallout 3. And then Skyrim, as great as it was, I mean, they fucking milked that thing like a bitch.
Oh yeah, they did.
Whereas now Obsidian who made Fallout New Vegas with the support of Bethesda, ended up making. They were the ones that made Outer Worlds, I believe, and now they're making, which is considered the space Fallout, and now they're making fucking an Elder Scrolls type, like an old fantasy style RPG, open world RPG.
Really?
Like, they're becoming the new Bethesda because one of my favorite article titles was Obsidian is being Bethesda because Bethesda stopped. And I'm just like, yeah.
I mean, it's not
that's sort of
wrong.
what they're doing.
Not wrong.
Yeah. I'm like, I honestly want there to be actual competition for Bethesda again in what they try to make.
Obsidian
'Cause there
does what
hasn't
Bethesda
been
don't.
that type. Like, Bethesda has not had somebody that challenges them that much in open world RPGs. There are games that people can list, but are they nearly as big as Fallout? Are they nearly as big as Elder Scrolls? It's so much harder to do. And I understand why they take so long, because, I mean, you have to make sure not only does the open world work, but is the world reacting correctly? Are the role-playing elements there? Are they, like, there's a lot to test. So I understand why it takes a while, but like, they haven't had anybody to fully challenge them, and I would be so happy if Obsidian becomes that company that Bethesda realizes they have to step up their game.
Yeah.
Because I love Bethesda, but to be honest, they've sort of been slacking on some of the stuff.
They've been
I
slacking.
get that it takes. I get that it takes time. I get that things change and whatnot, but Fallout 4 and, in all honesty, Skyrim were both less role-playing focused than Fallout 3 and Oblivion.
Yeah.
And, oh my god, neither of them compared to what you could do in Morrowind. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, to be fair, everyone's like, I mean, to be
is my
fair, you
favorite,
know,
but-
people talk about Fallout 3, but then they start jerking off New Vegas.
Here's the thing. My first experience with Fallout was Fallout 3.
Same.
So I didn't understand the huge hype around Fallout New Vegas. After having played Fallout 1 and 2, my god, Fallout New Vegas is much closer to the old style. So I can understand why people appreciate it more. But
They jerk it off
there's
so much.
something about Fallout 3 that I just really loved.
I
love the
Fallout
look
3,
of it. I don't like the desert as much. I
Fallout
just
3
haven't.
is honestly something I constantly like return to. Like it is a game that I just keep going back to no matter how much I'm like, oh, all right, I beat it and shit.
Yeah. I am looking forward to Fallout 4 Capital Wasteland and Fallout 4 New Vegas. You know what those are.
Yeah, we'll see if they actually happen.
I mean, they're working on it. They've worked out the legal issues with Bethesda, so
Really?
yes. The issues was the sound and the voices.
So it wasn't the fact that it was called Fallout 4
No.
Capital Wasteland. They didn't give a fuck about
No.
that.
Has no problem with that. They
What
don't
the
give
fuck?
a shit. It's a mod. No, they only cared about the fact that they were going to be reusing the dialogue and whatnot, which they're going to be basically placing over their new dialogue. They have voice actors for it now.
I'm not gonna get
getting
HD
everything
Liam
going.
Neeson.
Hell no. And then
I wonder
but
what
it's only a
Moira's gonna
matter of
sound like.
time.
Oh gee.
Oh fuck that. Moira literally was my sister. Like I hated her on another level because it was all the bad aspects of my sister that I had to deal with every single time I talked to Moira Brown. Like, she sounded like her. She partially looked like her. She fucking talked to me like her. Not okay with that. And then I fucking blow up Megaton to kill her, and who survives? Moira fucking Brown. Anyway.
You're not allowed to have any good things in Fallout.
No, I'm not. This is why we can't have good things. Anyway.
I honestly, moving away slightly from Fallout, talking about like the Fallout 4 Capital Wasteland shit, I want to see Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic get a fucking remaster.
Somebody was working on that
They were, I know.
as a mod,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got. Here's the thing: Bethesda literally makes stuff for people to mod. They say mod, have fun. They're much more lenient in what they allow. Well, these people were making a mod where you would have to own the actual copy of Knights of the Old Republic. They were remastering it in Unreal Engine, I believe. They were pretty far along. And then they started to be shouted out by big people and Disney and Star Wars, Lucasfilms. And LucasArts was like, excuse me, but we're going to sue your asses off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we stop. Like, I would love to see it, but it's not going to happen unless it's done on the low-key level.
Unless, I mean, to be fair, they could still be working on it to this day, and we just don't know.
They could. Honestly, if I was a modder and I was doing it truly for no profit or no recognition or anything like that, and I was so close to being done, I would try to finish it up. And then give it to one of my friends
And let him
to
leak it.
release it. Yeah, to be leaked by somebody else.
Because if you leak it, then it comes
If
traced back
I
to you.
leak it, I get in trouble. If they worked on it and leaked it, they get in trouble. But if they're given it and then they leak it, they are under no obligation not to leak it.
Yeah.
They can't get in trouble for it. I can't get in trouble for it. And then, you know, it's there.
So what we're saying, guys, is we're remastering Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I'm sorry. Where the fuck does the talent come in for the? Am I just the talent? Are you just there? You just slap your name on it?
Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm sitting on the couch eating chips, going, "Hey, good job, Jason."
You're Cartman when they came
Yeah,
up with you like
yeah.
fish sticks.
Yeah, good job. You're doing great. Preston, are you gonna do
but-
anything to help? I'm giving you moral support, man. I don't know what else you need.
But no, like New Vegas and Fallout 4, don't know if they'll ever come up with the DLCs for them.
Keep going,
but
Jason. You got a big PP. You can do it.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. Like it's a thing where I love seeing how much like fans are going out of their way to do stuff. But I will also say, as somebody that has modded before and released it, there is a certain thing. This isn't for everybody, but there is a certain aspect of you can add this to your portfolio. There have been people hired at Bethesda because of a mod that they made. Like, it happens. It gives you the experience and whatnot. And then there's a lot of people that have created Patreons for their mods. It's a way of a loophole of getting paid for your modding work. And there are people that have made careers out of it.
Right.
So, I mean, there is an aspect of, I understand why somebody would be hesitant to release it because they can't add it to their portfolio. They literally end up being this unknown hero to so many. Still a hero, but you're unknown. And there's a decent portion of people that are so hesitant to be that because they want some sort of credit, either financially or at least in terms of adding it to their portfolio.
I just don't give a fuck. If I was in that situation, like, I don't care. Yeah. At the end of the day, because here's the thing, I'm making, content for myself for the most part.
Yeah.
Hero Tales of Bridge that no one watched it the first time around, and I'm continuing it because I want to. So it's not like I don't expect people to watch it, but I'm doing it because at the end of the day, it's something I enjoy doing. I don't care if nobody watches it. And if later down the line, like, someone could fucking re-upload the episode and it gets super popular.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I can't control what other people do. Will I be like, hey, My
That's
content.
mine, you dick.
Yeah, of course, because that's my copyrighted, parody. Not copyrighted, but it's my parody. I put the work into it. But I don't know. I've actually had that happen to me. I created a bridge series called Irregular Ment at Magic High School. And people kept constantly re-uploading episodes. Someone re-uploaded the episode and put a filter on it, like a saturation filter. And I'm just like, excuse me?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I've had a couple of my music videos re-uploaded with and they took out my my logo at the end. So I've thought about putting the logo somewhere on the screen while it's on, but that takes away from the experience for me.
It was funny because
So I'm like, it's hard to do.
well, the thing was, it was funny because I didn't even attempt to get rid of
Your mark.
Yeah. Well, because it wasn't on my channel. It was on someone else's channel that co-created the show with me, which I kind of wish that we had put it on my channel but he was like, let's put it on mine because more people will see it. And I'm just like, well, you got 50,000 subscribers and I got 800.
That's fair.
I was just like, I need the traction. But I was like, whatever. And they didn't even attempt to take out his fucking Twitter or whatever. It was just there, and I was just like, that hurts. I'm just like, really?
That's rude.
Come on, man. And ultimately, at the end of the day, with the way Irregular ended up going, and that we're currently working on the Irregular Men movie, I have told him because he's done things where he's like, so I'm of the philosophy of if someone is editing something, when it's done, don't fucking touch it. I have worked on so many projects where I am the sole editor or there are multiple editors. The problem with that is there is a distinct difference in quality because no one edits the exact same way.
Yeah.
And what my vision is very different from what he wants. I am someone, you've seen Hero Tales. You've seen the entire episode. I like padding. I like atmosphere and showing off the world and stuff. The way he wanted it was just quick cut. Just nonstop. And I'm just like, you can't do that. You need to give them time to process what's happened.
Yeah.
That's how I always saw it. You need to give the viewer, time to process stuff. And it's still done really well. And the episodes are 5 minutes long. They'd be longer, if I could do the padding. And sometimes he lets me, but a lot of the times it's just, I don't know. And sometimes jokes are ruined. At the very end, at the end of the series, there was a joke where he thought he had killed this one character and he turns out he's alive and he screams. My joke was that it turns to black when he starts screaming. But he started fading in his outro. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You've ruined this. You've kind of just ruined the joke. Wait until the scream is over and then fade it in. That's but I can't control it. I can't be oh, I want to go back and do all that shit. It doesn't matter. Which is why I was very adamant when it comes to this movie that he will not touch it when it's done. My padding will stay in.
Yeah.
He calls it dead air, but it's it creates a world. That's the entire point of it. So there's so it doesn't surround, just that. It's just not just joke after joke after joke. There needs to be a buildup.
Yeah.
I will say, however, this movie probably has one of my favorite running jokes in anything I've written. And I don't give a fuck if I'm leaking it here because it was really funny. So the joke is he says something and he's like, but you can't do that. And he's like, it's too late. And he fades away. And the person he disappears to just goes, how the fuck did he do that? And then his sister was like, but we can't do that. It's already too late. Fades away. How the fuck did he do that? And there's another scene where he like, where someone's getting dressed and they're like, wait, where'd he go? It's like, and then my character's like, he said that, I asked him about the plan and he said it was too late and then he disappeared. I'm not sure how the fuck he did it. And because it happens off screen, and I just thought it was funny. It's probably one of the funniest things I've written, in my opinion. But I don't know. It's one of those situations where it's like I have a very distinct idea of what I want, and it doesn't always go through.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's what happens when you have two creative people that are very creative in very different ways. Working on something.
It's a situation where there's a lot of compromise that gets thrown in.
Yeah. Yep.
But at the end of the day, like a lot, I know like us too. When we create, it's mainly just for other people and ourselves. Like whether it gets big or not, we want it to get big, obviously.
Oh yeah, that is the dream.
But whether it does or not, we had fun doing it. And there are certain things that honestly, could never put on my resume that I worked on. So back a while ago, I was bigger on Newgrounds and was somebody that often talked to small indie creators to test out their games. Well, for people that have been to Newgrounds back when it was in its earlier state, it was definitely a place for more adult themed aspects. And this was early on in my game design work, like 10 years ago or so. And so
did you make the porn?
I did not make porn. But there are people that I connected with that made other games that then would ask, hey, are you interested in testing out this game? Sometimes for pay, sometimes not for pay, and just general feedback.
God, my dog just jumped over my chair into my lap. Oh my God, that horrified me. Jesus Christ.
But
look at him, he's so proud of himself.
Good
you
doggy.
Little shit.
It got to the point where I became, for two people, their main game tester. And some of these games were like hours long. I would get paid for it. But the thing that I was getting paid to do is not something that I could ever put on my resume and expect the person reading it not to say, excuse me, but what the fuck did you work? Like, it was nothing in terms of like
you got to
illegal
play
shit.
The porn.
It wasn't it was nothing in terms of illegal or wrong or anything like that, but it's hard to put on your resume that you worked on a legitimate porn game. Like
I was about to say
porn.
You didn't make the porn, but you got to play the porn.
Yes. And one of the people is still actively creating games like that, and oh my God, has their work improved. But
sure.
Like it's weird to know that I can put them down as a reference.
Well, you can't tell them why.
Yeah. That it's a very weird feeling. And it's not that I'm ashamed of working on it. It's just I know that people like my tattoos, for example. I'm not ashamed about having tattoos, but when I go in for an interview, I wear a long sleeve dress shirt. And luckily, the Triforce on my hand is yellow and somewhat faded. I do everything that I can to not reveal that I have a tattoo. I don't wear my earring.
You bad
I don't
boy.
Wear my necklace.
You bad boy.
Listen here, I've had them since I was like 12. Leave me alone.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch.
I don't wear certain things when I'm going in for a job interview, and I try to hide things for the first couple of weeks to get past that initial, they're watching me to see if I should be fired.
I've been a liability since I started. Like, let me just
And-
tell you, I injure myself almost every day at work.
Well,
I hit my
don't
head
expect
on
anything
literally
different from you.
walls, cart bays. I crushed my finger recently.
Listen, I don't expect anything different from you.
That I don't think my managers do either. I think my managers
Yeah.
have just started accepting that it's just me.
Yeah. Well, oh my God, you should see how I talk to my girlfriend. She is the clumsiest person I've ever met.
Did you finish the desk?
And and she literally, it's gotten to the point where she trips, twists her ankle, or falls, or suddenly seems to take a tumble or anything like that. Where any other situation, back when we first started the date, immediately I would say, "Are you okay?" I'd help. Now it's literally, I don't know if you want me to feel sorry for you, but this happens too often. I only have so many fucks to give,
See,
and
that's
you've
how.
ran out of them.
See, that's probably how I would be in a relationship.
Exactly. That's her right there. You don't care anymore.
When I was with my
You
ex,
literally don't.
when I was with my ex, she would do stupid shit. Not like actually like stupid shit, but like I don't know, like make puns or something like that. And I would
love
just
making puns.
And I remember one time, I still talk to her like recently. She fucking sent me a fucking pun, and the message I sent her was, "My disappointment is immeasurable." Like, you, not even dating you, and you hurt me in the exact same way as it was before.
Hey, Carson. You know, I did want to say thank you for something. Thanks for explaining the word many to me. It means a lot.
You know what? I'm gonna go take my dog out. I'm gonna go take my dog out. Have fun with your solo podcast, motherfucker.
What kind of concert only costs 45 cents? A 50-cent concert featuring Nickelback.
You know what? Have fun with your solo podcast. I'm gonna take my dog out, you motherfucker. Little shit. Have fun. Fuck you.
It's my podcast now. I'm in control. I own it. So what's something that is going on that I could talk about with myself? I know. Carson. So here's the thing about Carson. He's gonna go back and edit it, or he's never actually going to hear any of this, and he's not going to edit his stuff, so he may never hear any of this. Here's the thing about Carson. His characters in RP and whatnot, they suck. Ted, a little whiny bitch. For those that don't know, we do GTA RP. And he has this character named Ted. Talks like this. It's like really high pitched. And he's SpongeBob. And he goes around and it's just a failure of a character, failure of a human being, failure of everything. Whereas me, I'm talented. I don't make the little whiny one. I make an old man. And I'm just much better at the whole characters than he is. And so, you know, it's just the fact that he's back. I just called Ted a little piece of shit. I'm like, the character sucks. High pitch sounds like SpongeBob.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. He does suck as a character. Like, I've dropped the ball so many times while trying to play him.
Oh, who cares? It's RP. We have fun.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it's weird to have things that I could put on my portfolio and whatnot that I could never share. It's
I have the exact same
thing. I know
thing.
that there's a certain level of professionalism that people expect, and the idea of professionalism to me is bullshit. Having a certain hairstyle doesn't make you professional. Having no tattoos doesn't make you professional. Having
You know what I'm gonna do?
doing good at your work is professional. That's fucking it.
I'm gonna make a not safe for work account. I'm gonna call it Explodicy.
You know, I may or may not be making music videos, but that's what?
What?
What'd I say?
I don't know what you said.
Listen, I
You
may or may not
you
be
started
making,
cutting out.
I may or may not be making adult music videos at some point in the future, and that's for me to know, and
Smiling
my
Tiger
portfolio never to find out.
Smiling Tiger becomes Horny Tiger.
I'm using that name now. I'm using that. Fucking using that name.
Write it down.
Why do you think I'm always smiling?
They go
constantly erect.
They go hand in hand. How can we tell? You know? How can we tell that you are?
They don't go in hands. What are you talking about?
No, your goes on pinkies.
Hey.
There's a twofer.
But yeah.
I'm running out of these coupons.
How long have we been?
50 minutes.
Okay. I feel like we should start wrapping it up because I got some housework that I need to take care of.
No worries. All right. Well, this has been fun.
You close it out, you bitch.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for watching the podcast or listening to it or however the fuck you deal with this shit. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't control your life. Fucking go outside.
No, don't go outside. Wait, no, don't go outside. No, there is a fucking plague right now. Don't go outside. Stay inside in a box with a mask and don't go near anybody.
Specifically a box.
Yes. What you doing near my box? Yeah, it's my box.
But also, if you'd like, if you're listening to this over on YouTube, please go follow me and Jason on Twitch, twitch.tv/Explodicy and twitch.tv/SmilingTiger. Also, go check out his YouTube channel where he makes music videos like a little bitch.
The fuck you just said to me?
You heard me.
You talking shit about TSST time?
Yeah, I am.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, I am.
Little
Rebrand.
bitch. You little
Rebrand.
Bitch. You know what? No.
Rebrand.
52,000 views on one of them. Leave me alone.
Hey, rebrand, bitch.
No. No.
But also, if you're watching here,
but my name's there.
If you're watching here on twitch.tv, please subscribe to us on YouTube, Explodicy for me, and whatever the fuck you've said for your
TSST time. TSST time. It's not that complicated.
That's
Team
a lot.
Sexy Smiling Tiger.
That reminds me of CM Punk. He's a wrestler. Do you know what his actual name? Do you know what that name is? CM Punk, Chick Magnet Punk.
I am going to rip the hairs off of your taint.
What? Why?
Because I want to.
That's crude. Anyway,
clean.
Also follow me on Twitter at Explodicy because branding. I don't know if you have a Twitter.
I'm not active right now.
That makes
TSST
sense.
time or smiling. I don't know what I am anymore. What is my Twitter?
Who am I?
What? Who am I? No, not Tweeter. What the fuck did I just type in? I just typed in Tweeter. Yeah, it's definitely TSST time.
All right, go follow him on Twitter, cause.
No, it's Smiling Tiger. No, it's TSS. Okay, my name is Smiling Tiger, but it's at TSST time. I tried to rebrand it. Wouldn't let me.
Do you not know how to do it?
Why does it say who to follow and Donald J. Trump is up on the? Oh, because I constantly read his fucking tweets and question humanity. That's why.
As you can see, it gets harder every time to do this podcast with this man.
Yeah, it does.
Why must you make it so difficult?
Why is there just porn on my Twitter? Oh, because, yeah, I follow Pornhub. There it goes. Listen here. Have you looked at any of Pornhub's tweets? They are fucking hysterical. Okay?
Oh my god. All right. Well, thank you all.
Hold on. No. You don't just get a leave on that. Okay. Okay. Yes, I am 18, you bitch. Like this is what they tweeted out. Just burn 2,000 calories. That is the last time I leave weed brownies in the oven while I nap. The blue whale ejaculates 40 gallons of sperm when mating. Only 10% enters the female. And you always wondered why the sea tasted salty.
Oh
These
my.
are things that Pornhub tweets. They are amazing. They are absolutely amazing.
You hurt me.
Why?
On a level that I cannot explain.
Listen here. Creating a new human is literally easy as fuck. These are the tweets. Did you know Superman could hear his adopted parents having sex in incredible detail every time?
I am having an existential crisis right now. Swear to God. Thank you all so much for checking out the podcast. We will see you guys next week. On Wednesday, hopefully. Every Wednesday on twitch.tv/Explodicy. We do this live, and then it goes up on YouTube later the next day. So, yeah, if you want to catch it live and add to the conversation, then you're welcome to come to the stream and talk to us. I'm dead on the inside if it's not, you know,
No
showing.
Man's Land is a great name for lesbian.
I swear to God.